Hi everybody, welcome back. It's Rose Bouquet. Go ahead and hit like and subscribe. Let's go ahead and get started. First of all, I've been working a lot and very busy, so I have not been able to make videos lately. But today I am, and so let's go ahead and dive in right away. So basically, I'm going to be talking about family get-togethers for the holidays. So I just got done watching Colleen Ballinger's Thanksgiving video. And I think what really baffles me about that video and a lot of her videos too is that they're super interactive with the kids. Like, I noticed, Colleen's brother was kind of like doing some kind of weird dance, like almost like very childlike, playing like he was a child with his son. Like, I've just never, and then her husband was walking by and she was like, and Flynn was running and like Colleen said something like he's running or something, and then Eric like kind of ran after him. And I just thought it was really weird because and I don't know, you guys tell me in the comments below, do your husbands like play with the kids like that, like super interactive, like at Thanksgiving dinner and stuff? Like, I know sometimes you'll act goofy with your kids or whatever, and you're playful with your kids, but I've just never seen it in like a family dynamic like that, like how the adult men and are acting like, like really like playing like children, like, I don't know. The reason I bring this up, and it's not, and I'm just curious as to how everybody else's family get-togethers are, because I always thought that, and this is from every family get-together I've ever had since I've been young. Every time I've gone to family get-togethers, it was always like the kids played with other kids, and then the adults would kind of like go into another room, or like they would be in the kitchen like helping prepare food and talking, or out on the porch talking, smoking cigarettes, having coffee, whatever. And then the kids would be like, they would be playing either inside or outside. But I just remember that like the kids and the adults were always separated. And I thought it was like notorious of having like eating at the quote unquote kiddie table until a certain age. So I just remember, I don't know if I ever sat at the kiddie table. I really can't remember every family dinner. I just know that I never had like, my mom was never like super, super involved in like playtime with me like that. I mean, that was mostly like my brother and sister, or like my friends. Like, my mom, she would play games with me and she was playful and she was funny, and she would play board games with me and kind of dance around. I mean, she was, did goofy things every once in a while, but the level that this family does it, it just has me like floored. And the amount of involvement that, it's kind of like they stand around and then the kids, and they just watch the kids the entire time. And it's like, I always thought that when you go to get together, it's like, it's kind of a time to get a break from your kids and then have adult time. Because, people with a lot of kids, they don't always have other adults to talk to. And I kind of feel like Colleen's sister-in-law does want to have that, where she just kind of sits away from the kids and talks about other things besides kids. It does look like she would enjoy that because, I remember my sister-in-law, she always wanted to have adult conversations. When you're with kids all day, all the time, it's kind of like you want to be around people that you can actually have a conversation with. And it just seemed interesting, like how, because usually it's always like the grandparents and the parents like sit around and talk and have coffee and joke and, do their own thing, right? They might have eggnog or whatever and have like a few drinks, heaven forbid, or something like that. And the kids are kind of like in another room. and or play in the playroom or in the living room or something. Like that's always how my family get-togethers were, and I preferred it that way. Like I don't even think I would want the adults in my family to like be watching me and like full on attention the whole time. um I don't know, I just think that would be really weird. I've just never seen it. I've never seen men act that way. Maybe it's a California thing. I don't know, because I grew up in Florida and Ohio and Indiana. Like I lived a few places, but I have honestly never seen men act that way with their children and like, almost like super animated and like super playful. And again, I'm not knocking it. Everyone has different parenting styles. Everyone has different families, family dynamics. But it's almost like the adults are avoiding each other and avoiding talking. Like I never see her have a conversation with her mom or her dad. It's always just little snippets here and there. And I don't know, maybe they do talk I'm just not seeing it. But her video for Thanksgiving just seemed like it was just a bunch of kids. And I I would go bonkers. I'm going to be honest. I would go bonkers there with all those kids. And I noticed that Colleen's sister never comes over anymore. So that's kind of interesting, that her sister never goes to see her. And she wasn't there on Thanksgiving, which is major, like where is your sister? Why isn't she there? But maybe it's the noise level, and it's just too much because, again, I've never seen a family dynamic like that where, and I love kids, right? And it's not that you don't have time to play with your kids and interact with your kids, but it's usually like kind of like a place where you let your kids go play with their cousins and kind of get to know their cousins better on their own. And you kind of just, go off with your family and you just let the kids kind of fend for themselves. That's just kind of how it is. And it's always been that way with my family. Always. So maybe my family dynamic's strange and theirs is the right way. I don't know, or things have changed, but I've just never seen it like that. So leave comments below. Let me know how your family dynamics go at the holidays. I'm really interested in hearing it because maybe I'm wrong, But isn't having the kiddie table at Thanksgiving and like that's always a thing, right? It's like always a joke that you sit the kids somewhere else. But it's true. Like you'd always just kind of sit your kids somewhere else. And it's not that your kids aren't important or anything. It's just if you're always with your kids, which they are 24 hours a day, I would think that when you have adults come over and family, that you'd actually want to like kind of let them play on their own and then you go talk to the adults and have adult conversation. But again, maybe I'm off and I'm wrong, but I can always remember that it was always a joke, the kiddie table and everything, sitting at the kiddie table. And when you could move from the kiddie table to the adult table, not that anybody was, really rushing to do that. Like I said, it always seemed like I wanted to play with my cousins. I didn't want to be around my family, my adult family at Thanksgiving and Christmas dinners. So anyways, let me know what your family dynamic is during the holidays, because maybe I'm just all off, but I don't know. That just really threw me for a loop. Let me know what you guys think. I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday season and is safe, and yeah, have a good one. Take care, y'all.